What questions do you have? Let's discuss them together. So ask them. So you can see that there are some problems, difficulties, if there are different values in a family. We have this law. I'll write this, the law of equality of principles. That means man and woman. Do you know that now a woman must, as we were told, to take care of the household chores? What to do? Throw wood into a stove, yes? Or not? Make a home cozy. You are women, say. What? Cook dinner, yes. What else? Clean the house, do the laundry, raise children, scold her husband. What else? To feed, to warm her husband, to listen to her husband. These words are more reasonable. The husband is a head, the woman is a neck. What else? What must woman do else in a family? Feel. What else? To take care. What a man must do? Earn money. Well, protect. What else? Man's duties. What for man's duties? So a shelf to build, repair. Well, all men who watch this go and hang a shelf, because I see there is a lack of shelves in flats. What else? To build a house. We have already talked about this. To dig up the garden. What else? Love. Love her woman. Love his woman. What else? To raise children. To show them what kind of person should be like by his example. Show the power of spirit. What else? Responsibility. Okay, all qualities you name, all these qualities here we are writing. Man and a woman. So all you have named, we will write something. Consider more ancient times. And if you look, currently there is the period of patriarchate, yes? That means when the man is a ruler, what does he do? There is man's supremacy, or there is also suppression of woman in religion. It seems that religion is the basis, but even there, in Christianity, you know, women are not allowed to go to, what is it called? Altar. Yes, altar. And only a priest can take part in some religious services, confession, for example, and so on. But take a more ancient time. There were a period of matriarchy. And during this period, Irina and I were talking about this today. Pretend that a man was in the role of a woman. He was considered like a male who had to be handsome. He had to attract a woman in order she took the opportunity to spend time with him and conceive children from him. And a woman ruled the family. She was a head, and a man cooked, cleaned the house, for example, put on lipstick maybe, conditionally speaking. Do you get it? He was a more tender creation, and the woman was a warrior, and she could choose a man just for providing reproduction, for raising children. And she was more powerful spiritually, and now she remains more powerful spiritually and more stronger. That was an opposite situation. Do you get this? There were such periods in life, in history, in the teaching of the temples. You can read about this, it's very interesting. The teachers describe those times. Do you understand it? We think this way now, but there was an opposite situation. It seems unusual now, but that was reality. And what happened didn't ever have good outcomes, because it was also the distortion of the law. There were women, what were they called? Amazons. They were very strong spiritually, and they were also strong, maybe physically. So, and that is why the law of equality of principles, a man and a woman, and we are talking about one whole. We can't say about separation. Now, the main question is, I want to develop, for example, the woman says, to go forward, but my husband doesn't want to go forward. He had other interests, to drink beer, something like that, and what to do? So, and what to do in this situation? Or I just want something new, for example, I strive for something, but he doesn't want anything. He wants to spend time with friends and so on. And it often happens, or the opposite happens, when a man strives for something but a woman denies everything. It happens too. But it often happens that the reason for it is when we meet a person and we don't understand our life way and the life way of our spouse or a partner. We just meet only karmically, and it often happens that these people, a man and a woman, should be friends and do something good in labor, for example. So it doesn't mean that they are met for being a wife and husband. They met for a common business maybe, but since our consciousness often works like, so for example, a man sees a woman sees a man, especially when they have no partners. And these thoughts are about intimacy, raising children, having a family, and so on. And there often is no distinction, and there can be also karmic marriages. When people attract each other magnetically for developing some qualities, for example, to get rid of youth, maybe, or to help each other, and then it's difficult to be together because they are on different spiritual levels. So one spirit is strong, the other is weaker. And how to balance these principles? And this imbalance appeared as a result of different education of society. Difference. A woman strives for something, a man strives mostly for earning money. People are raised so. And what to do if it happens? That means, well, of course, as I can say, the most important thing is love. Love is the basis, or this unity of hearts, not bodies, physically, but unity of hearts, which bring people together. It can help in any situation. If there is a true love of hearts, so one heart love the other, and these people met not coincidentally. It was a meeting on the way to infinity. Maybe it often happens when people are too different. If you look at them, so you might think, oh my God, how it is possible that they are together? But there is such a great love, which has no limits and can undergo all. And but there are also other situations. People go together, strive for knowledge, but at first sight are incompatible at age, beliefs, and the person can change completely. And some time later, as it is said, so what is the master, so is the dog. What is the husband, so is the wife. And after a while, they begin to get consonant with each other. Of course, all I told about yesterday, this connection happens due to the cosmic magnet of the heart. The magnet of the heart. That means when two principles are connected with each other, man and woman are united by love of hearts. That's very important when love connects people. So people often forget it, and of course a lot of marriages happen, as people joke, a good thing can't be called marriage. Many meetings happen out of ignorance. People don't take into consideration compatibility of elements. One person is under one ray, the other is under another ray. When a yellow and blue rays are together, it's very hard. Sometimes groups of people are working together, having different rays, and there are only quarrels. So it seems one person is striving for light, the other is striving, but there are so much confrontation and misunderstanding. Well, speaking about common nature of human being, about qualities, but we also need to tell about this terrible counteraction to any unity and love of the heart, especially if it concerns man and woman, because family is the basis of everything. Family is a unit of society. If there are quarrels in a family, it's very hard for a person to follow the spiritual way. He or she is unbalanced. Her own thought, attention appears. A person begins to worry. Everybody is shaken. Yes, there is constantly something. I just saw this in people's union groups. There are difficulties in relationship. I discovered this in my own example. And as a rule, if relationship in a group is hard, so it is very hard in a family, and it gets like contagion, disease. If there are quarrels in a family, they start to spread everywhere. It's imperil, poison of annoyance. That is why we need to understand that all these quarrels is disease of the modern world. And people who are, as a rule, initiators need to be healed. Yes? So we understand that a lot of men are tend to alcohol, smoking, bad words, that all attracts negative energies. These subtle dark energies, and the person carries it in the aura, and it's difficult to build proper relationship. It's on the emotional level. And there can be also tantrums, quarrels. Well, and what happens? And this is influence of astral on people consciousness, and people who don't follow spiritual way and have low thoughts and aspirations. Well, and all alcohol, and they are influenced by these energies. And when love between a man and a woman appears, so these negative forces try to distinguish this love, the fire of hearts. And if people don't have spiritual knowledge, experience, and use this, we can say, drugs, alcohol, for example, it's clear that they are disarmed. Moreover, a glass of wine opens our aura. If we speak about aura, it's a protective net which protects us from all negative energies. So, what does mood become bad? We are depressed by something. So, and when a person is very sad, well, and this energy says, let's drink and life will be better. These are artificial measures which people still use. But we can say one glass of wine opens the aura. Do you understand? Why people can't stop? Had drunk once and continues, and he or she can't stop this, because this energy entered these fields of the aura. And what will it lead to? To health problems. Go and take photos of your aura and you will see spots, and it will constantly incite you. So these black dark spots. So, and people can say, I relax this way. It makes me feel better. So it has the rest of other things. So our soul doesn't need alcohol. It has a rest in other things, in labor. As it is said, the rest, yes, the rest is change of work. So when you do your favorite hobby, but not insane of this slackness, because some people dream to earn a lot of money, lay under a palm, and in the next incarnation, this person will climb a palm and will throw bananas. We are not striving for this. This is not cosmic path, not the path of cosmic evolution. And that is why if you deal with some sort of negative manifestations, tobacco and so on, well, understand that you deal with energy which influence people. And we need to help them. Take them without any things to the mountains, another place. Leave all. Leave your flat things, an old sofa, and move. Leave everything. So everything was acquired by overwork, and dip him or her into a river, a cold river. Take a plane, a bus, and leave, and never return. Buy new things or earn new money, maybe, to begin new life. Of course, when a child is born, and space there must be clean, a person must desire it. or he or she can return to that place again. So, and to eliminate this addiction, if a person is attached to slot machines, he or she will get in bad energies. It's necessary to go to the forest, maybe, when there are no slot machines, no pubs. Well, but where there is labor, knowledge, another society which is not addicted from it. Well, but of course, now there are a lot of artificial measures, but first of all, it's change of consciousness. And a person, he or she must understand this, because weakness of spirit, of a character, and this energy will always find an excuse. It helps me. I just feel right. On Friday I can drink. Well, last time, at the end, a person is buried. Do you understand it? This is reality of what is happening now, and a person should wake up, to live, to make a pause, maybe. So, distract from friends, alcohol, to make him or her to look at his or her life and change, to show another life, nature, mountains, space, maybe to fly into space, with him or her, to watch stars, and love should win. And it's needed to act, not with scandals, or as women do, with offenses, maybe. Yes, have offenses. I won't talk to you anymore. Don't touch me. What else? It doesn't work. But sometimes, when a person is not right, healing with cold, something is wrong. So I don't want this. Let's love each other better. How to live in this coldness? Okay, but let's think of something else. Find ways, but some people say, and I notice men drink when they have lack of love, care, true love, or there can be some habits, and this can be defeated only by love. And you need to understand this meeting itself of a man and a woman. What's the aim of this? What? Okay, children, what else? What meeting? If we tell procreation, raising children, take any animal, but so they raise their children, but we are people, we meet not only for raising children. There must be common goals. So we say the aim of a person is self-discovery and self-improvement. Self-improvement. So if we speak about helping the world, how we can help if we are in a swamp and we can't control ourselves, our mind, emotions? So, and when we don't understand what we are doing here, how we can give this way to others? So self-improvement must be. And this pairing of male and female, what will it do on this way? To help, yes? But some people say on the contrary, what kind of help will it be? That means rebuilding of the cosmic heart magnet. The magnet has plus and minus, relatively speaking. How to maintain fire together, to maintain this love. Male and female principles, they unite and there is love. So people probably, yes, there is love. And so people marry in love, at least initially, not just convenience, but there are such marriages too, but we won't discuss them, love. But if we remember the sign of the Trinity, well, simple qualities, if we take self-discovery, self-improvement, and love. What else? Wisdom, power of the spirit. And this is the cosmic magnet which unites us. Love, wisdom, and power of spirit. Can you understand? So in what sense the man is the head, the woman is the neck, and what does the woman do? So only physical movement. To turn husband over, so look over there. So this is wisdom. So a woman is very wise. The head thinks, a man thinks logically. And a woman says, you are doing the wrong thing. It won't lead us to the cosmic evolution. Will nothing achieve. We met to reach the fiery world together and to help others. How can we do it? We will burn the magnet of the heart with love, with knowledge, fill our life with wisdom, and resisting all imperfections of the world. We will lay the mountain path to the higher world and light this way with our hearts. We will get lighthouses for others. And this is a task, a true task, to be a lighthouse for people. And this is a true task which male and female principles must complete. So, and it's very important to understand relationship between man and woman as not just possibility of unity of bodies, but common goals, unity of hearts. And we should know the cosmic basis because we are citizens of the cosmos, and the magnet of the heart is laid into us. The magnet of love, wisdom, and power of spirit in every human. But to make this magnet burn, flame, and work, there must be two halves. Can you understand? A man and a woman. Sometimes a person goes alone, and if we're speaking about high spirits, the female principle also presented. Christianity denied the female principle. They said the God's son, they forgot about God's daughter, and monasteries were built. Patriarchate is a huge distortion. Maybe the thing I'll say is not clear for someone, but even these consequences of LGBT now is a result of these monasteries denying of the female principles. That shouldn't be so, because the consciousness is changing and people begin to distort the truth. We have spoken about it yesterday, and we need to understand that man and woman are here to make this cosmic magnet work and shine. And a woman is a keeper of the hearth. What hearth? Spiritual. So, maintain heart, love, of course a man too. Because if someone will violate this law, and to distinguish this flame, not to light, it's clear that both principles will suffer, all people, and this magnet will not work. Hearts will stop burning, and it happens we offend each other. One said something, another replied, and there is offense instead of love. And we remember what is offense. If we take the aura, so what is offense? It's a sort of energy which is not ours. This fear, offense is not ours, but we can feel it. It affects me. Yes, he is a fool, for example. Some people say he or she insulted me. If a person has a very strong offense, this energy gets into the aura. Then sometimes it gets weak. It can be cancer, because one of the centers gets blocked. Stops spinning correctly. There is a dark energy in fields. Offense. So the rotting of body tissue begins. The person starts rotting alive. Cancer begins, operation, and death. You need to be fearless. So it's called From Venus, maybe. So there is a station. So that is why we must understand these things. These are not super spiritual powers. And there are cameras of the aura. Well, and there are some good and bad ones. I think it's the future of medicine. Tomorrow it will appear. So, and the first scientifically confirmed experience will be discovered, and now the unity of science and spirituality does. Otherwise, it's impossible to go forward. Now we have artificial intelligence. So, and this the old world, blind faith won't help. After blind faith, knowledge begins. Necessarily unity of science and spirituality. And you see that now we have such equipment. The person forgot how to see the subtle world, angels, higher spheres, at least at the level of technology. People will see this, and they will be directed toward this way, because all children see this while they are little. Then by 3 years old centers are closed. By 7 years children can the 7 years the centers can be blocked. Someone continues to see. One girl came to me and said, I see this. She was already grown up at the institute, and I asked, how do you see it? Like in the cinema? She said, screen is shown to me. I reply, only you can do this. Other people can't have such abilities. She sees the subtle plane for all her life. Everything is demonstrated, and she thinks all people live this way, but don't tell about it. I say, other people close their eyes and there is darkness. Do you get it? So, and that can be so in life. So, but how pure it is, it's another question. It comes through dreams, and children see. And parents often punish them, take to the doctors, and they begin to drink some medicines. So, and parents say, what for rubbish do you tell? What can you see? Rays, gnomes, something is wrong with the child. The doctor says, of course, he or she is ill. I'll prescribe some medicines, but in fact an indigo child came and accepted several words, and it's necessary to avoid these practices. So especially when a child came in love, well, with supernatural abilities. We call it supernatural abilities. That is why this magnet of the heart must shine, and a woman and a man should understand this. They are together, this magnet. It's clear that the heart of each of them, but when they are together, this magnet can burn, and this light will help the whole planet. That means the heart maintains the heart. And this connection of a man and a woman is natural. It's love. Because there is brother's love to a friend, we love him or her like our brother or sister, relate well, and love between a man and a woman, you can't describe it by words. We can't understand with our mind why. We love. We just love. If it is my friend, I love him, I got his back, and a woman, I love her, and I can't say why. Because it comes from within, from the heart. The heart's love connect, know that the mind doesn't know. That is why this law of balance of male and female principles, this is the basis of life. And we remember the times when they were, now the man is the head, breadwinner, but there were times when it was the other way around. Men were males who were used for reproduction. They were invited to restaurants, cinemas, I conditionally speak. There was a swing to other side, and that was reality, and the woman had a strong spirit, and now she has. And that was a swing to other side. And then the woman was a leader, man was a householder, I relatively speak. In the teaching of the temples, there is an article dedicated to it. It's interesting. It changes our mind, how to relate our life to each other, because these are all conventions. And of course, if there is disbalance, there can be distractions. If you look at the seesaw, you can see, and if a man or a woman are so high, a man is right or a woman will prove something, that constantly happens. And we can achieve something only with balance within relationship, within a family. And this must be conscious care about love of a man and a woman. And now it's more difficult because a woman is a child bringer, and now strong spirits, children are coming, and a man not immediate knows the child will come only with mind. And I remember when you start to live with your heart, and the woman knows with the heart. A child isn't born yet, but she knows. I feel, she says. Well, she feels everything. Because women are more sensitive. But a man will understand this only by 7 years. When a boy comes and says, "Daddy, so how to hold the sword?" And the daddy says, "Oh, son, so my son has born. 7 years passed. Mom raised him. At last, I was waiting for all these years." And that is why he doesn't understand this. And this is because a man lives by logic. It's necessary to support a woman to live by heart, because the stronger the magnet of love is. So, and if people really love each other, the stronger spirits will be born, and more counteraction people will face. And the woman is on guard of evolution, and there is a lot attacks on her from the subtle plane. Men usually don't understand in what situation a woman is. She needs love, support, good word, help, tenderness, not indulgent but cordial attitude and support. He doesn't feel this responsibility and understanding that a woman is on guard of two people, herself and her child, and the child can't protect him or herself yet, but a woman is with a sword and protects, and sometimes she needs to protect her husband because he has only garbage in his head. Can you remember? So Amonashvili said, so what is garbage? So maybe he has a wife. So, for example, pretend you see a beautiful girl or a woman. How do you look at her? Maybe you watch her. Have you had this? I have. But at home, your wife is waiting for you. You should think about her, about your beloved woman, and this is your garbage. And you must look at other woman like at mother, and treat her like mother. Not your mother, of course, but mother of other person. So you must not pretend other women in other roles. Someone's mother. To help someone's mother. And for a man, it's often too difficult to get rid of this garbage. Because boys are often raised, unfortunately, drink, smoke, or bad words, and consciousness is imbalanced. So, and he doesn't understand their perception of the subtle world. It is gross. That is why a man is rude, a woman is tender. But the above principles should strive for refinement. And it's very important. Of course, this magnet, which is based on love, spirit, wisdom, must be developed by two people. They must walk this path together, but it often happens we conduct seminars, mostly women come to us. Men have no time. They have business, meeting with friends, or just relax, and something like that. So, how to help? So, man is a very soft-hearted creature, I can say, and loves no less than woman. They just reveal this. They just don't reveal this, try to hide this. It's their secret. He must be a warrior, so not to show tenderness. But men are more sensitive because woman is stronger spiritually. She can protect herself, but a man can't. A man often can't protect himself. So that is why the woman is more resistant to evolution, to changes. She is entrusted to give birth to children. She, yes, is responsible for this. That is why woman inspires, and man is like a warrior. Can you remember? He cuts branches with an axe, and woman walks, and flowers grow. She ennobles way, space with her love, light, and of course, together their power. In men, physical power is more developed, but in woman, love, wisdom, and it must be balanced. It doesn't mean that woman will unload wagons. It's not about that. But maybe men will become more soft and tender, and woman will manifest more male features of character, which are shown in steadfastness, determination to make this world better. And because when a man is a ruler and a woman is a ruler at an organization, there are different things. Because a man thinks as a rule like in chess, so it's very wise intention game. There are a king and a queen. So how does the queen move? So, and how does it go? So the man is the king, right? The woman is the queen. Two principles are on the board. And how does the king move? Exactly one space in any direction. And the queen, all spaces, all the board. A woman has an ability to see the future. And the man says, we need to pay for the flat tomorrow and we have no money. That's reality, because so in connection with cosmic evolution, man is less spiritually developed. He is not so far-sighted. Of course, it's not a diagnosis, it's that's the way life works. All ancient rules had women who could foresee the future. And these are abilities of woman's heart. Man thinks with logic and a woman with the heart. She sees, understands, feels. Man also can do this, but because of external influences, rudeness, refined perception of the world closes. Because man is raised like a rude creature. And he said, be manly, but he perceives this manliness like rudeness. But great Mahatmas say, we wait manifestation of tenderness from you. Tenderness will save the world. Tenderness in relationship will save the world. Tenderness, care, refinement. And rudeness destroys, because as a rule, it's not from the light. So that is why a woman and man should be tender. It's clear it's necessary to protect sometimes, as it is said, the tenderness of love and severity of duty. Sometimes it's necessary to take a sword to go to the special war operation and fight, and at home tenderness of love. For guys who are return, family is most valuable for them. And they understand the value of all this in another way. And when a man has idle way of life, smoke, drink, he doesn't understand the value of all this. When he lies under the guns, something changes in his mind. That is why, what for entertainment? There is war, and man should take this responsibility and protect. Protect children, protect family, protect motherland, protect his consciousness from all negative thoughts, energies, alcohol, and so on. He is a warrior of light, and a woman too. But a woman goes at the expense of the tenderness of the heart. The heart protects her, and a man should go on the path of light, and a woman too. So, because now more than ever evolution demands this. So how do we have to fight with the enemy? To be near each other, to be together. Can you understand this? That should be mutual understanding, that doesn't need any words. To learn, feel each other, with hearts, to communicate with thoughts. Right? At the first glance, interact with hearts. We should strive for it, and this, as alcohol, tobacco, is the barrier to the way of the spirit. And here we create a cosmic family. So can you understand, we are not animals. So we are not just some kind of animals, and we live not with reflex instincts, but we build a cosmic family, which inflames the magnet of the heart, which is the star in the sky. Any star consists of male and female principles. There are consciousness which light up the heaven. It's the law of the cosmos. There is man and the woman consciousness. And in Vedic culture, for example, there are a man and a woman, God and goddess, Shakti, for example, power, Shakti, for example. The woman is spiritual. A woman has a strong spiritual power, but in any case, two principles are present. We understand and that relationship is very difficult on the planet, especially family relationship, because the family remains unit of society. Interaction of male and female principles, basis of light on the planet, because love inflames the heart. We are nothing without love. As Saint Pavel said, there is faith, hope, and love, and most strong. So, and I draw such an example: love, wisdom, power. Through the prism of it, we must look at any person. He or she get strong, loving. I will hug everybody like Ivan the Fool, but he's usually very wise. Well, so he's kind, but with a primitive way of thinking, there is no wisdom. But what happens when there is no love? There is wisdom, intelligence, but no love. If we speak about rulers, there can be distractions, wars. They will invade other countries. And a normal, loving person will never do harm to other people. Except of cases when there is a need to protect people, protect government, yes? Some people say that we send troops, but we must understand all what happens in reality, and it's not invasion, but protection of our government. That is why insanity will never win, and truth will win. It's the law of the cosmos. No matter the truth is distorted, lie will lose. And all the cosmos knows what happens in reality. And that's very important to understand this basis of existence. And if there is no power of spirit, sometimes a person is loving, right, wise, but without power of spirit, he or she can achieve nothing. Like exams, he or she is not a fool, smart, tries to learn better, but can't pass an exam. There is lack of discipline, aspiration. In fact, these are free race: wisdom, power, and love. That's very easy. And in Agni Yoga, Elena Ivanovna wrote, it is said This is a sign of Arcad. And there is a phrase, a lord of 7 rays helped to master 3 rays, because it's minimum requirement when a person, we have 7 chakras, and we have to master 3 of them: love, power of wisdom, to get an Arcad, because Mahatma, the great soul, masters all the 7 rays. It is manifested not in magic, but in qualities of a person. That is why look at the qualities of a person, of a teacher. So, because mastering of abilities is not demonstration of supernatural powers, energies, but spiritually is shown in every day. If a person has mastered the ray of the power of spirit, he or she will persistent every day. If he is wise, he will show wisdom. So, and it is shown in qualities of a person, not in practices. And as a rule, a person will not tell about his or her achievements, because the more you learn, the more you understand the infinity, the more wise you are. And thanks to what do we achieve? So, we take a step, the hierarchy is with us, the teachers lead us, angels, archangels help us. As the great teachers say, we teach you at night, in your dreams, and in the morning people usurp these knowledges. I got an idea, I invented this, I am a genius. But at night he or she was taught by the higher beings. That is why our achievements, we say we achieved higher self hierarchy. A person achieves not alone. As Mahatmas say, we send Gagarin into space. So we say Russia, laboratory, but the great teachers say we sent him into cosmos. We give knowledge to people. Let them to open this knowledge. Everything is under control. Sometimes it happens when a person invents something and then goes missing. Sometimes, and it happens when higher powers take this person away from life, because this invention can destroy humanity. For example, new energy is opened, it can be used in weapons and destroy the whole planet, and higher powers take this person from life. If this invention is not in good time, because teachers take care of cosmic evolution, humanity is now like on the string over the abyss. What is life? One wrong step and you fall. Now all the planet is in such a condition, and you can see climate disasters, wars, epidemics. So phobicides show floods, storms every day. Volcanoes, for example. And these are very serious things. It's elements, energies, and people should, by his or her magnet of the heart, as Christ said, if your faith will be like mustard seed, like a small flame, you can move mountains. In other words, control the elements. Can you understand this? And every person should achieve this. It was said 2000 years ago, and millions of years knowledges were given, and teachers come every century to remind this to us. And some followers try to distort it, unfortunately belittle woman principle in particular. As a rule, holy books were rewritten, understandings were distorted, because great teachers always said about reincarnation. So these are two main laws, principles, balance and reincarnation. We must understand this, and man and a woman are keepers of the earth. To take care, for example, to love and so on.